Alrighty, happy 9/11.
Yeah, we are back on 9/11.
9/11. It's today. Obviously, this won't come out until after that, but it is especially 9/11, and it's a
Mm.
crazy 9/11.
Hmm.
Every 9/11 is crazy, but this one is especially crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those dreadful days that keep coming back, and you can never forget the tragedies of the falling towers. And now we'll never forget the day that happened before 9/11 with the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
It's fucking crazy.
And I guess there were some school shootings that happened as well.
Isn't but first of all, isn't that sad? Like it's so crazy that like but that's exactly what it is. It's like, oh, and I guess there were some schools, but for so many years now, there's a school shooting like every
Oh
other
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
And it's not that that shouldn't be devalued, but I see a lot of people, a lot of trolls online are like, why does everyone care about Charlie Kirk when all these kids just? Well, it's because that happens all the time, and people aren't doing anything about that, which sucks.
Yeah, you know, Charlie Kirk was a polarizing figure. I mean, he was really good at debating, more for the right wing side of politics. But the good part about it was it did bring awareness to younger people as far as like what's going on in politics, so they could decide if they agreed with him or not.
Yeah,
And then, but of course, stuff like this is nothing to shoot somebody over, and we all
no,
know this.
yeah. It's weird because it really is like, yes, he was definitely right wing, obviously, and I could go through a list of shit that he said that I disagreed with. There's stuff that he would say that I agreed with too, but he wasn't really just out there making speeches. He was out there having debates. It was open discussion. It's the you know it's just it is such a weird time right now that, and it's not just like, look, a crazy person. We see crazy people all the time. If it was a crazy person who shot Charlie Kirk, that's in and of itself horrible. But it's also like, okay, that's a crazy fucking person. Because then, like immediately, like right after that, you saw people going online and they're like, all right, well, there's gonna be a civil war, blah blah, and it's like, dude, civil war against who? Like it was one fucking guy. But then, not saying that I'm not backing civil war, but then I, I don't know about you, but for the last 24 hours, I've just watched so many videos and online posts from people that are like, fuck yeah, they got rid of Charlie Kirk. And how disgusting of a
Eh,
human being are you to celebrate, even if you hate everything that you see that this guy's ever done, just the fact that he's a father, he has two young kids, he's got a wife, he's 31 years old,
yeah,
and he got killed, and you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
celebrate. This is gross.
Everything about this assassination scares me, which leads us into Big Dreads episode 5. Being assassinated as a public figure is very scary,
Mm-hmm.
especially getting popped in the neck like that,
Oh my
where you
god.
just you're gonna die because you feel the blood draining out of your damn neck. And then on top of that, politically, this could have a huge fallout. Like they're already like saying like civil war, like you said, and like they're talking about all the other people that have been murdered on the Democrat side as well. And it's just like shit. This could just be like a slow moving collapse of American society, which is also really fucking scary because if everything collapsed, everybody's just gonna fucking shoot each other and rob each other for their resources.
Right. Yeah, we're not a stable enough society, clearly, to not be in control. And this was something that I kept wanting to say last night. I truly feel like we're like kids that have been abandoned by their parents. The
Mm-hmm.
government doesn't give a shit about us. They couldn't fucking care. And by the way, that's not even just an indictment on America. I think that's true of all governments. At this point, nobody cares about your every average everyday society person. Uh, so it's up to us to be the adults in the room now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean us as in like any political group. I just mean all of us. We have to be the adults. We have to go like, oh, that fucking guy, I hate what he's saying, but he has every right to say it.
Yeah,
Who cares?
yeah, yeah.
He's saying words, and then we have to be like, okay, this
Right.
person is trying to kill children or whatever. This is a problem. Let's take care of it.
Yeah, because we're comedians, and we're gonna say stuff that offends people from time to time.
Yeah.
And I've had bottles thrown at me. I've had people want to catch me outside, type of shit. And sometimes we just have to be prepared for it. That's like part of the game. But also, we have to be good enough as comics to know what we're saying can be offensive and polarizing and disturbing for some people, and then correct it so that way next time you're on stage, you're not like provoking a fight off of some stupid new joke you're working on.
Right. And that's the thing. That's another thing that really bugged me. Sure, you're like me in our social media groups. We have so many comics, and I'll also put in air quotes and comics uh, that are on here, and they're celebrating. Oh, he should have learned before he said it. That to me, it's just like back years ago when comics would get again heavy air quotes canceled
Yeah.
for jokes that
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
making.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you're a comedian and you hear about someone being assassinated because of the words that they're saying,
Yeah.
or like I said, going back to when they're getting canceled for jokes that they're saying, you're not part of the fucking team.
Yeah, unless you're Michael Richards and he's just having a meltdown.
I mean,
Then
there's
you,
there's special.
there's some people that could get canceled.
Yeah, it's weird. Was
But
Michael Richards even a stand-up?
not really.
Okay, because like I knew of some of his earlier work. I was a big fan of his later work. Uh,
As a meltdown and after.
the Laugh Factory bit was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, like obviously there's room for some, but I don't know, man. Charlie Kirk was just like I said, there was a lot of stuff we could go into. And
Well, the fact that this dude shot from over 200 yards, right?
right,
I mean, that tells me this was like a professional hit. Like this dude either was paid to do it, he hasn't been caught as of right now on 9/11, and it's just like this smells like CIA slash what do you call those people you hire, like merchants of death?
yeah,
Like
assassins, Mossad. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but it is Mossad. And I don't know if that's fake or is real, but.
Is that your theory? Like,
It's starting to be, and I hate. I even told a friend of mine this yesterday. I hate. It feels like I'm always putting that tin foil yarmulke on, but I am always thinking that I am thinking that because Charlie, one of the things that he always used to say that I hated, he was a big supporter of Israel. He was a big supporter of what was going on over in Gaza, which I'm 100% against. But he would say all that stuff, and then he did an interview not too long ago with Megyn Kelly where they were talking about, and he was saying he basically essentially said that he was afraid for if he turned on Israel, and he started to say different things like people are saying calling him anti-Semitic for some stuff, and he's like now they're attacking my personal character. He was apparently kind of concerned about Israel. And when he died, like within, I think it was within just a couple of minutes, Netanyahu tweeted about what a great man he was and all this sort of stuff.
Ooh, interesting.
How about this?
Hey.
Look this up. There is a book called "The Shooting of Charlie Kirk."
What? There's a book?
Yeah, and guess what? It was released. The release date of it, September 9th.
No, get the hell out of here! No way.
Not joking. You can look it up online.
Are they in a time zone where they're like a day before us?
I have no idea. Or it's just people were like, "Hey, well, let's go ahead and get this book ready." Oh shit, we accidentally released it.
I don't know if I buy that one because you can probably change that in the settings. Like,
Very
hey,
possible.
released on 9/9.
Very possible.
Or maybe it was a book about him already that they just changed the title to.
Well, but see that's what's weird to me too is like if you're publishing a book on Amazon, it takes a few days for that to go through.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I mean it does.
Oh, it does? Oh.
I think so. I mean, it used to. I don't know if it still does.
Author MD Todd Royce. You can quote him on this, folks. I don't know. I've heard other people say maybe it's like another distraction from the Epstein files thing.
Absolutely.
Because I think he felt like that was all black ops operation to blackmail billionaires.
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, here's what's really fucked up. Uh, for the longest time, and this could totally completely change the way that we look at everything. Because for the longest time, we used to be like, oh, okay, well, some random whack job did this, or some random whack job did that. Now, so many things from 9/11 to this and everything in between has been like, oh, well, this could have been special ops, or it could have been CIA, or it could have been the Mossad, or it could have been a distraction, or it could have been all of those things, or whatever. So maybe we don't have as many whack jobs as we thought we did, and maybe it's all just part of different plans. Because yeah, because not only was the shooter from 200 yards away being able to shoot him, there was also a guy that was down there as a distraction that originally they arrested, and they
Oh
dragged
yeah,
him
that's
out of
right.
there. His
Yeah,
pants are falling down around his
yeah.
ankles. He wasn't saying, "Oh, I'm innocent, I'm innocent." He was letting, like, they took him out of there.
Oh,
So,
okay,
like,
yeah,
if you were gonna plan an assassination like that, and in a big group of people, you'd want people to think, "Oh, okay, they got the guy," while the other guy
yeah.
gets away.
You know what's also fishy about it? Like they were showing footage of two of the guys standing next to Charlie Kirk that were doing like baseball signs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they're like touching their hat, rubbing their shoulders like this, and doing this and that. And that's all like, hey, watch out. There's a foul ball coming, type of
yeah.
thing. You know.
It's all, and now videos are starting to come out of people who know it, just like with the just like the Trump shooter. Now there's videos of people who are like pointing out that there was somebody on the roof, and
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's crazy and
it's crazy
uh,
and it's wild and it's dreadful.
yeah,
But not to keep trying to push the podcast name, uh, but on top of everything else, it's just sad. Like,
yeah.
even though, again, I understand how Charlie Kirk was easy to dislike
Hmm.
for people watching. But he did seem like a genuinely good person with values that I disagree with in a lot of cases, but still
Hmm.
a good person with a family, and who was just exercising his freedom of speech and allowing other people to have that same expression. Like, he
Hmm.
would go toe to toe with people and debate them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he would. And like it makes me wonder like if people started capping off comics, like shit, but I still want to do stand up comedy. It's like, well, maybe they're only capping off famous people so they can make a name for themselves. You know?
Yeah, what kind of shit? What kind of shit hack shooter is going to take out Todd Royce? Show up at the 6 o'clock show at the LA Comedy Club and just
The golden ticket killer. I can see the special already.
oh no, they could. They take out me, Martin Phillips, Jared Nathan, Jack Shaw,
Yeah.
just like one by one. Cops finally are like, wait a minute, there's a seems to be a trend here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank God that's not happening. And don't you fucking even think about it.
What if someone was just sitting there thinking about it? They're like, all right, you're right, Amir.
I mean, if you did, you'd miss out on so many more amazing trans jokes and, fat jokes,
That's
beige
true.
jokes. Come on.
Trans fat jokes.
Yeah. We still have a lot to offer. So
Yeah,
don't kill comics because comics offer, a hot take on what's going on in society. And we explain a lot of things that people are feeling, but they don't know how to express, or you can't even say in the office. But we're that voice for everybody.
I think you're presenting this like it's a real threat that they're going to start coming after comics. Start showing up in open mics. I mean, there's some comics I've seen. I wish that they would, but
Yeah, some comics are so. If you've ever been around open mic comedy, you just feel like, yeah, some people need to go. They need to
you know the old saying, "Kill or be killed." This should be "Kill those that don't kill," and then just kind of help us clean up.
go. Right. If you've been doing this 10 years and you still can't get booked and you can't crush and you just nothing, there's no trajectory, nothing's happening for you, quit. Just
Are
quit.
you talking to me?
Well, you're not 10 years in yet.
No, that's
So
true. Yeah.
we'll come back to this.
I thought about that earlier today because I always say, because I have a joke about it, but I always say that I've been doing stand up for 10 years. And I was always thinking, like, oh, wow, that's really 9 years.
Hmm.
But then I thought about it today. Uh, I only started like 7 years ago.
Okay.
So
Why? Because
This
like
is
your
pointless for a
official start
podcast.
date, did it lead up? Were you doing stuff dabbling before your official start date?
No,
Is
my
that what you said?
official start date was December 27th, 2017.
Okay.
So I guess like this December will be 8 years.
Wow, that's interesting. So you overcounted. I had the opposite. I undercounted. Hey,
Did you?
Lenny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought I was doing it less time, but I've been doing it 13 years. Hey, Lenny. Welcome to the show.
What's up, everybody?
This is Lenny Kravitz rubbing himself on the video version of the podcast. Pretty soon he's going to be licking his nuts. Lenny, take it easy.
Wait, me or Lenny? Wouldn't it be great if the cat moved? You just saw my leg up and going to town on myself.
If you're listening to the audio and you want to get a good look at my cat, Lenny Kravitz, yeah, go ahead and as he bumps the camera.
I love it.
All right, Lenny.
What's up, Lenny?
Hey, buddy, come here. Anyway,
all right.
He's the one that's always trying to get inside of a candle while it's lit.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
Yeah.
talked about that.
Come on, buddy. I know you like the camera. Just hang out with us instead.
So, do you do anything specifically to celebrate 9/11? Light a candle, get in the cockpit.
I fold up paper airplanes. And I throw them off a balcony and stuff. No, I don't do anything to celebrate because it's nothing worth celebrating for that, of course. But,
Yeah.
I mean, normally I would just drink, but also being that I am half Middle Eastern and I have Arabic tattoos on my arms, I don't want to also draw attention to myself.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's not a.
Yeah.
If you ever got a booking for like the weekend of 9/11, would you feel comfortable getting on a plane? Would you be like, "Hey guys, I'm also be like, hey, I'm also black, so don't worry."
I know. Well, I usually get flagged or pulled aside just off my government name alone.
Yeah.
So
do you really?
Yeah, yeah. Especially like if I go to other countries like Canada, they're very strict. When I was coming back from Iceland, I had to stop in Canada. They're like, we need to search you and frisk you in another room privately, type of thing.
But did they try to make it out like it was just like a random check?
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's completely random. Yeah, it's called an SSI or some shit like that. I'm like,
Social Security Identification.
I don't know. It's something strange. So I tried to avoid it because they forgot to get me out when I got out of the first customs thing, and then I went to my my gate, and then the person that's at the gate, they're like, hey, is Amir Khalil here? And I'm like, yeah, right here. They're like, you got to go get searched. I'm like, man, really? Come on, man.
Like, look, it's totally random. We need Amir, Ahmed, and then there's like one James too.
Yeah. Which is also scary. Being detained in another country, that's something I do not want to experience.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened to you?
Being detained in another country?
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I think their equipment's gotten better, but it used to be whenever a fat person went through the X-ray machine,
Yeah.
we always got pulled aside because like it was literally like the machine, these great technical, huge, like very very smart and multi-billion-dollar. What the fuck is the word I'm thinking of? Machines or whatever. They couldn't figure out what this was, like, because they'd show like that embarrassing like 3D or that color of that silhouette of yourself,
Yeah,
and then there'd be like a red splotch like right here, and they're like, well, we gotta pat you down.
I think they just saw your massive tits and they wanted to touch them for themselves.
I mean, that's exactly what wound up happening.
They're like, whoa, this one's bigger than the other one. I feel like I'm juggling over here.
So he's at the Strat. If there is anybody that wants to Charlie Kirk him,
hey, come on. So anyway, now that we've been jinxed,
one of his knock on plastic.
Yeah, knock on plastic. Oh,
look how regal he looks with the light underneath him coming up.
Hey, you look good, Lenny. Is he on camera? Barely. Yeah,
barely.
Yeah, he looks amazing up close. Jimmy's on the bottom being a fat ass. Anyway, so other things have been happening. I know you wanted to talk about like 9/11 conspiracies.
Well, yeah, I find it's okay. So let me ask you this: just a yes or no question. Do you think social media is good or bad?
I think it's both.
Right. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's a mix of both. It can be used for good because I learn a lot from social media. Like I get stuff from the news. I learn about technology. I learn guitar hacks. You know, I
Any
see.
hacks on stage?
Yeah. I learned all kinds of hack stuff. And yeah, but it's also bad because it's misinformation. It's addicting as fuck,
Yeah.
and it's also obsessive, because as a comic we want to get internet famous so that way we can get more tour dates.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking because like it does. There's a lot of it that sucks, but one of the cool things that is great is the open source of information. And yeah, you do have to be extra careful what's real, what's not,
Mm-hmm.
especially now with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a lot of the AI stuff right now is like it's so easy to see
Yeah, you can
through.
usually tell. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, think about how much worse it was a couple of years ago. How crazy it's going to be in a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
But it does. You do open the door to a lot of discussion because I know people to this day that don't know what like Tower 7 or just figured out what Tower 7 was or
Right, the one that got knocked down without a plane touching it. Right.
without a plane touching it. Not even
Yeah.
close. It wasn't even. I mean, I guess it was kind of close to the towers, but not like it wasn't like the next building over
Yeah.
or whatever.
There's just so many things that don't make sense when it comes to the towers because like even the owner of the towers decided to check out that day,
Check out that day.
and he got insurance maybe
Yeah,
like a week before or some shit like
it's like
that.
just in case the fucking plane hits the thing. Let's just. Is there something in there for that?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's too much stuff that seems like people were in on it. It's just
there's way too much. The fact that the planes were destroyed, which makes sense. The
okay.
towers were destroyed. They collapsed the way that they did. People burned. People died. But the passports of the pilots somehow made their way out of the cockpit and out of the plane and safely down to the ground without hardly even a
The
tinge of smoke.
pilots?
Yeah,
You mean like the terrorist pilots or the
yeah.
real pilots?
No, the terrorist pilots.
Whoa,
Because they
that's
had to have their passports still too, so that's how they knew who. That's how they knew who the hijackers were.
ah. You
Yeah.
mean they didn't just go back in the database and be like, oh, there's brown, 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 brown. Those are the hijackers.
No, that's what they do now. That's why you get pulled aside. Uh, that's why it's gonna be tough when you and I because with the machinery and with that they're gonna call Brown and Round and bring us over.
Yeah, we should just say, hey man, how about you let us search each other?
A little 69 searching.
You know what? I might put a prop inside my pants just for fun.
I won't say who it was, but there was a wrestler back in the day, and he told me like he was a big star in the WWF in the '80s, and then I when I got to know him, he was like past his prime. It was in the 2000s, but he told me that whenever he would cross the border to Canada, what he'd do, I guess I have to tell you who it is. It's a wrestler named the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh yeah,
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 so he used to do like an Elvis Presley
yeah.
impersonator. So what he would do is he'd pack his bag and then he'd put his honky tonk jumpsuit on top,
Okay.
and then he'd put a dildo on top of that, and then he'd zip up his bag, and then when he was going through security, they would say, "Okay, what are you coming up to Canada for?" And he'd say, "Oh, I just do like adult parties, and I'm coming up there for a friend's wedding." And then they're like, "Well, what are you doing?" He's like, "Well, because he had the mutton chops." And he'd be like, "Oh, look, I'm an Elvis impersonator." And they're like, "All right, well, let's see about that." And then they open it up, and the first thing they see is this 12-inch black dildo. And then they'd be like, "All right, sir," close it back up and hand it to him.
Oh, they wouldn't even want to go through the rest of the luggage at that point. They're like,
Like, I don't want to touch that. But even if they did, then what are they going to find? Knee pads? Like it's all going to work together.
yeah, it ties in. That's great, man. Maybe I should put dildos in my guitar case.
I'm surprised you haven't. You can call it the WNBA court. What do you think about that? What do you think about the tossing in of the dildos?
I either tossing dildos at the girls in the WNBA, and it just makes me think that half those girls must be single because they can't even catch a dick. Ooh yeah. Sorry, that was a joke I do in my set, but
Oh, is it really?
yeah.
See again, just show up at 6 p.m. LA Comedy Club.
Yeah, catch me all week, 6 o'clock, happy hour, baby. Yeah, no, I think it's funny, but it's also like, hey, that's how you're gonna promote your crypto this way by throwing dildos at the girls.
So yeah,
It's not halfway bad. I mean, it worked. You know, it's like you can't hate on success, but it's also like now that the WNBA is thinking about putting nets in front of the court.
it's so bad. See, and that's the thing. To me, it's like I don't know, man. It's like going to an open mic and heckling someone having
Mm,
someone who doesn't get booked for shows. They're already struggling. The WNBA is obvious. It's not like this is like a successful organization or these. They're finally starting to like some names are coming out of the WNBA. Maybe they have a chance for the organization to take a turn and actually draw an audience and actually get paid more than minimum wage.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
now people are like flinging dildos at them, and it's stupid.
yeah. Apparently, the WNBA chicks still need a man to help them pay the bills.
It is funny when they're like, why aren't we getting paid as much as the? Well, because you don't draw as much as them.
No,
Like it's not
who
brain
draws?
surgery.
Caitlin Clark, right? She's the
Right.
draw.
Yeah.
Okay, clone that bitch. All right, let's get a bunch of Caitlins out there.
Yeah. That's how you fix basketball. Just more
Yeah.
white people.
What do you think? Do you think they're really cloning cloning people?
Oh, who said that? What are we talking
I don't
about
know.
here?
It's just a theory people have. Like Joe Biden was apparently
Oh yeah.
cloned. He had different heights at some points, and who
I
else? I don't know.
I don't know if I buy that they're clones. I think they could have lookalikes because that was the thing with Saddam Hussein, right? Like he always
Right,
had a
right.
bunch of lookalikes.
Yeah.
Uh, Biden could have
Yeah, I don't think they have the technology to clone people like that yet.
no.
But I am starting to get a lot of UFO shit in my algorithm. And
Yeah,
like, there's this new one where they shot a missile at a UFO, and it just like nothing happened to the UFO. Have you seen this one?
yeah. Independence Day, where it was like they.
Yeah, and then Will Smith smacked a bitch.
No, that's the
Oh
Oscars.
yeah, it's the Oscars. Yeah.
No, Chris Rock's not a bitch. Will Smith, but yeah, I heard something about that. What happened now?
So they spotted a UFO flying over the ocean near Yemen or some shit like that, and so they fired upon it, and they said it was like a Hellfire missile, and it just fucking split and just fell to the wayside after hitting
That's
the
exactly what
object.
happened at Independence Day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So guys, get ready to be taken over by our new overlords.
or or this is Project Bluebeam.
Wait, what is that again?
Project Bluebeam was, I think, where the idea is that they're going to fake an alien invasion and use it to eliminate a bunch of people on Earth.
Ooh,
But it's not going to be real. There's not going to be any real invasion.
I can see that. I mean,
Oh yeah, at this point, and again, it all starts with 9/11. At this point, I don't put anything past anybody. That's why, like, when people were saying that the Trump assassination was fake, I
mm,
was like, I don't put it past him. I want to put it past Kamala. I won't put it past anybody that's running for president to fake an assassination. My problem is I do put it past Donald Trump if they're like, okay, if you have your head right here, and then what you have to do is you have to hit the word right at the right time, and then just turn your head just slightly. If you don't do that at the exact right time, you're dead. But if you do, then it's just going to braze your ear. You know what I mean? Like I don't see that happen. I could totally see them faking it, but I don't see trusting that.
yeah, I don't know, man. That also made me think maybe the Charlie Kirk thing could have been an accident. Like maybe he wasn't supposed to get hit.
Yeah.
Like maybe he was supposed to just it was supposed to go near him, and that's why there was like guys on the side doing this. They're like, all right, now's a good time to shoot, clear sign of view, shoot, but don't hit him. And then the guy accidentally hit him in the fucking neck.
Maybe. I mean, maybe it was like it's supposed to be some sort of warning or something like that. It's
Oh.
crazy how within such a short period of time it went from okay, there's some kook who doesn't like Kirk, Charlie Kook. There's some guy who doesn't like Charlie Kirk, and
Mhm.
he's taken it way too far. To clearly a hit from someone, and again, CIA, FBI, Mossad, someone else, and whoever it is. If you're listening to this podcast right now, we're on board with you. Don't come after us.
Yeah,
So,
we're the good ones.
yeah, that's right. No, but I mean, like, it's so weird how quickly that changed.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that the narrative of that went from it was just someone who didn't like him to
yeah. I feel like they're really trying to spin it as like, oh, it's the Democrats versus Republicans. And it's like, don't do that.
no.
Don't try to spark civil war. And don't do it for ratings either. Fox News, cut that shit out.
But that's all that they want. That's going back to what I was saying before. We don't have our adults. We don't have the government. They don't give a fuck about
Mm,
us.
mm.
And the media, the corporate media, corporate America, they're working together to just they want us all fighting. Like
Yeah.
this is my thing. I'm Gen X. I was a kid in the '90s, and I truly believe that one thing that we had then, there was a big push for individualism.
Okay.
Now it's all identity. And now if I feel like if you're pushing the idea of identity over individuality, you're helping the government, you're helping the corporate media, you're helping corporate America because that's what they want. They want us all in our little groups so we're easier to control. They want us fighting each other because then that's how they make shit tons of money.
Yeah,
That's
sure. It's all rage bait, right? On the internet, everything's rage bait.
yeah,
They're like, let's get these people angry on social media so they'll come to our side and then buy our stupid fucking health pills.
right, exactly. I mean, yeah,
They're all
exactly.
just trying to sell you pills, bro.
Yeah,
That's all it
it's
is.
all big pharma.
Alex Jones, everybody. They all want you to have pills that make you smarter and healthier, but in the end, you're still just a dumb ape. That's all we all really are, right? We're all just dumb animals, man.
You went from making this strong opinion to then be like, I mean, right? Is that,
Yeah, right. You agree with me, right?
I
Yeah,
did see that Comedy Central pulled the Charlie
yeah,
Kirk
they
South
did.
Park episode, which is kind of sad too, because Charlie Kirk loved that
Oh,
episode.
did he really?
Oh, dude, you can look it up online. There's all this like him and his boys at the podcast studio are watching it live, and his reaction to it, he's like, they
Yeah.
fucking the hair, and he's like laughing his ass off. He's got the water bottle going.
That's a shame. I mean, they probably did it to be classy.
Sure, I
I
know it makes
mean,
sense, but
but maybe make other videos about people you want to die, but not. Well, not, I take that back. Don't do that.
don't do that.
Maybe do it over like evil people. Kill them.
Yeah, there's a whole list of them. Just look on the Senate floor. Did you see that?
Of the Senate floor. What
I don't
happened
know.
now in the
Just
Senate?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, today or was it today? They wanted to do a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk,
oh, okay.
and fucking the left side of the room was like jeering it and booing it and being like, no,
Oh, that's not nice.
no, it's classless. But then, like, you can tell that these idiots don't realize that this shit's gonna make it out there anyway. Because then later they were like trying to interview people. They were interviewing AOC and I think Schumer and like other people, and they were like asking about it, and they're like, "Oh, this is terrible. Should never happen." Prayers to Charlie Kirk's family and all this sort of stuff. And it's like you were just booing the idea of even giving him a
Moment of
moment of
silence.
silence. It's all
Well,
bullshit.
how did they ask for the moment of silence?
They said, everyone sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, especially if you're a Democrat.
I, I don't know. Something tells me they might have asked for it funny that pissed off left wingers. Are like, all right, we need a moment of silence for the greatest patriot in America who believed in how America really should be. They probably said some shit like
I
that.
really don't think it was. I think it was just, like, let's take a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. I don't look.
Well, hey, give the man a moment of silence.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
Be like the audience at Amir's shows. Just a moment of silence followed by more. I'm kidding.
yeah.
I shouldn't even say that, especially because we're going to be on the road together.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be silent when we're out there.
That's right. I don't have my calendar with me, but I know it's in November.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing hyenas at
That's right.
In Albuquerque,
Mm-hmm.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's right.
And then the next weekend or that weekend, we're doing the hyenas in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yep.
And then we're going to be up in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the which club is it up there? God, I should have this written down. I'm such a fucking.
Well, it's definitely on your website.
That's right.
So,
Go to don'tfeedthecomic.com.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all through Texas and stuff like that. And I got a bunch of shows coming up: Wichita, Kansas. This next weekend, I got Louisiana, Biloxi, Nashville. Nobody from that area is watching us right now, but someday they will.
One day. And also, if you guys come to Vegas, you might catch Todd performing out here. I perform at the LA Comedy Club every single night.
Every single night.
Hit me up, DM me. I find me on social media, whatever you're on.